All right, I am Joseph Pfeiffer Powell, and my project partner is Liam Kelly. We did our project on music streaming preferences. We conducted survey research through Qualtrics, and we were able to get participants for our survey through both the Loyola email domain and word of mouth. Now, for this music streaming preference survey research, we wanted to find the most popular streaming service among the Loyola University students. We are interested in the information regarding the spending habits of our participants, the listening time in hours, and the media type in which they use these streaming services, all to help these apps make profitable changes. One of our goals is to find all of this information regarding the music streaming preferences so we can use this to improve the services that are provided through these streaming services. Now, for our research, we conducted demographics and demographic research through collecting the hours spent studying per week. As you can see in this chart to the far left, that most of our participants do 3 to 4 hours per week of studying, followed by 5 to 6 hours per week of studying, with the lowest amount being 7+ hours per week. Another demographic that we observed was the college year of our participants. You can see through this pie chart that most of our participants are in their junior undergraduate year at Loyola, followed by sophomore and seniors, with freshmen being the lowest population within that demographic. And the third and final demographic that we studied was how our participants are spending their free time. So you can see by far that most of our participants selected hanging out with friends, followed by spending their free time on social media, with the least being working out. And our total number of participants totaled for 35 participants. One of our research goal, again, was to figure out weekly listening hours on these streaming services. You can see that we found most of our participants listen to 8+ hours per week across the streaming services, followed by 2 to 4 hours, with the least being 5 to 7 hours. We also had an additional amount of more than 7 hours to which we had a option of less than 2 hours to which no one actually selected this option. So these are the three where our participants did select. Now, another research goal was to find how many music streaming services are out there. We provided our participants with 5 of these services, the 5 being Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Pandora. And as you can see through this chart, all of our participants selected the 3 of Apple Music, SoundCloud, and Spotify, with Spotify being the most popularly used and Apple Music, followed by 1 selection of SoundCloud. But YouTube and Pandora were not selected by our participants. Therefore, this was answering our research goal of how many music streaming services are being used by this demographic. And it is going to be these 3 that are here in this chart.
Now we're going to go into our next research goal, which is what is the least popular streaming service. So as you can see in this chart right here, that the least popular streaming service is Pandora and YouTube, while Spotify and Apple Music were the most popular by far, SoundCloud coming in third. Our next research goal is streaming service spending. So as you can see on this pie chart, we did our streaming service spending by monthly for the students that we surveyed. And most people spend anywhere from $1 to $10, which makes sense because most streaming services run anywhere from $2 to $4 monthly, when it comes to spending. Second was $11 to $15. And then third was $16. And we also had an option for $0, which no one clicked. Next, we're going to go into our research/product. So this is media type. So in our survey, we asked what type of media you listen to most often. So we had 4 options. One was audiobooks. The next was radio. then podcasts, then music. And as you can see in this bar chart, music was number one, clearly by far. No one answered any of the other choices. So this shows that music is the most popular. And then this is our main goal, which is most popular streaming service. So the music streaming service that was the most popular was clearly Spotify, which you can see in the gray on the pie chart. The next was Apple Music, and then third was SoundCloud, and Pandora not making the pie chart because no one answered this in our survey. And then our conclusion. So we found that when people tend to study more, they listen to more music throughout the week. So that was one correlation we found. Music is the most popular media type by far. Spotify is the most popular streaming service, clearly shown in that pie chart on the last slide. And Apple Music came into close second. And yeah, that's our presentation. Thank you.